Hi! Thank you so much for joining me for your March 2017 Written in the Stars Taroscope. My name is Madeline and I've been studying astrology and reading tarot for a little over 20 years, and on this channel I do 2 readings per video. First, your Taroscope, a broad overview of the story that you're going to experience this month, and then my Fiercely Focused spread, which I do at the end of the video, which gives you a really specific theme for your month and some concrete action steps you can take to make the most of this March. So this month, the new moon moves into Aries on the 28th of March, and that is considered the astrological new year. So this is a fantastic time to write down your intentions, write down your goals, and I'd really like you to keep that in mind as you go through your reading. What kind of seeds of intention would I like to plant as we leap forward into spring and into the new year? So I really hope you enjoy it and find it really empowering for your month. I would love to hear from you, so, like if you like it, subscribe if you want more, and please let me know what you think in the comments or on social media. I've linked all that stuff below if you're interested. I would love to hear from you. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope you have a great month, and without further ado, on to your March Taroscope. Hey Aries, thank you so much again for joining me. Super excited to see what's going on for you this month. I know I mentioned that new moon in your sign at the end of the month, which is, like I said, it's super powerful because it's like the astrological new year. So it's the most powerful time of the year besides your actual birthday to set intentions, to set goals. So this should be a particularly exciting and telling reading, I think, because of that. So let's see what's up for Aries. Sun, Moon, and Rising Aries in the month of March. Haha. And then there you are. Knight of Wands. So fiery. Oh, okay, Aries. Woo! Okay. I'm reserving speech until the end. I don't want to tell you the story before I know the story. Feel me, Aries? Okay, Aries, March 2017. Aries, March 2017. Wow, okay. Aries, March 2017. Aries, March in 2017. Okay. Just make sure everybody's lined up for you, Aries, and then let's get into it. Okay, you can see everybody now. All right. Okay, Aries. So this month has quite a bit to do with your resources, and resources can mean a lot of things, but when I say that, I am specifically talking about your monetary, your financial, and even your physical resources, like your energy. Okay, so to see the Knight of Wands here tells me, Aries, that many of you are going to be traveling. And these are general readings, Aries, so some of these messages will resonate more than others, but some of you will definitely be on your way, and I feel like this is, for many of you, this is a work trip because there's such a focus on your finances. But for others of you, it's, when I say that you're a passionate knight, you're heading toward love. Some of you are making a trip to visit a loved one. And Spirit is saying that some of you are meeting your long distance, like a long distance partner, and some of you even for the first time. Like, wow, this is taking kind of a lot of courage on your part. And you're really putting yourself out there. There's a vulnerability here, and that's a beautiful thing, Aries. That's one of your best qualities, your willingness to really throw yourself out there in the name of honesty and in the name of truth, and you really do have the potential to build something positive and something that can sustain you, is what Spirit is saying, because I'm feeling you build this foundation. Okay. So again, for some of you, that's a relationship foundation, like, wow, our first meeting goes really well and I can see how this could build into something long-lasting, because this is just the beginning, this couples card. So you may be in that initial stage of infatuation or even falling in love, and this is like, okay, wow, like maybe this is really something beyond just the chemical high of that initial meeting. Okay. Wow. So there's some really interesting imagery here because you have a beautiful card for receiving, Aries. You have the Empress here. She's pregnant, she's fertile, she's beautiful and abundant, and she knows how to get what she wants. And the best part is she knows how to get it by relaxing, by laying back and receiving it. She doesn't feel like this need to go out and get it. It's like, yeah, it will come to me. She trusts, and therefore it comes. The other thing about the Empress is that she's extremely creative. So Spirit is talking about be creative in the way you cultivate your resources. They're saying some of you, it's like you're going to have little bits of side income, or like, oh, I have this skill and I'm going to sell these knitted products, or I'm going to sell these photos, or I'm going to do this or that to make some money on the side, mix things up, bring some more balance into my life. Because I do feel like some of you are tightening your belts in March. Some of you, there is a little bit of like, okay, so they're saying for some of you there's a little bit of financial struggle, but for a lot of you, it's a matter of you're kind of demanding of yourself that you, wow, okay. So I didn't want to say hoard your resources, but Spirit is saying that for some of you it is a matter of hoarding your resources. Others of you are just saving. But this card, the Four of Pentacles, is the card of the miser. I mean, look at this guy. He's clearly of royalty. He's wearing a crown. He has all this beautiful, lush land around him. But for whatever reason, he's chosen to build this teeny tiny fortress around himself, like barely enough to hold him, let alone any room for it to expand, for, I mean, someone else to come in, for God's sake, let alone, you know, some furniture, I don't know, a rug, some nice stuff to go in your fortress, right? So are you hoarding your resources? Ask yourself this, Aries. Are you enjoying them? Are you making the most of them? Or are you putting fear into your money and into your desires? Like, are you cutting yourself off at the knees by thinking that like some things just aren't possible, like for you or just in general? Like, are you kind of canceling out the power of your wishes, the power, your Empress power to receive by like, okay, so this is what Spirit is showing me. I talk with my hands, okay? So I'm gonna speak with my hands for a second. The Four of Pentacles is about, okay, if I have these 4 coins, oh my God, like I need to hold them this tightly. I can't give them away. I can't show them to anybody, because if anybody knows that I have these, or if I spend these, I might get nothing ever again. And it's like spiritually, energetically, when you're like this, when you're closed fists, you're not opening up for what could come, Aries, for what the universe is ready to give you when you're ready to take the leap of faith and be yourself, which is a really courageous person, and speak your truth and say, this is what I want. This is what I want to manifest, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not going to like start putting limitations on it. I'm not going to say this is how it needs to come in. I'm just going to say that, you know what? I'll take the action, and I will trust Spirit, God, the universe, whatever words you want to put on it. It doesn't care what words you put on it. I trust in them to do their part when I do my part. So take the earthly action and trust that if you take the earthly action and have faith, better things are going to come in. So don't let a limited point of view keep you from making magic. Because, I mean, look at these two. It's funny, it's like they're both blonde to me here. They look like sisters. Like, hey, I'll do the receiving, you do the mixing, and we're going to make some magic. So don't, like, kind of get in your own way, which is why I feel like I'm seeing this here right after them. It's like, don't block this beautiful energy with a feeling of scarcity, with a feeling of like, God, I'm out here all alone and I have nothing. Like, that's not true, Aries. I'm not trying to invalidate your feelings for those of you, Aries, who are feeling that way, who are feeling like alone and like you're struggling. It's not that you're not struggling. It's not to say, hey, buck up and you know, shut up and don't have any complaints, because that's certainly not, that's not my way, and that's not the message of the Five of Pentacles. The message of the Five of Pentacles is, yes, some of you are struggling and having a hard time, but the best way to have an easier time and also at the same time to manifest more resources is to notice what really is good in your life, is to notice and have gratitude for what you do have, whether it's physical, like financial resources. Hey, there's a roof over my head. Hey, I have a partner or a family or a child who loves me. Notice these things and really celebrate them and have, like, make them a part of what you're focused on, because where your focus goes, grows. And if your focus is on, I don't have this, I don't have that, this is hard, this sucks, well, the perspective tends to suck a little bit. And that's not your usual way, Aries. So some of you could just be having a little bit of a tough time, which makes sense because right before it becomes your season, around the time of your birthday, a lot of planets move into your 12th house, which is the house of endings. Now I'm like straying into astrology, but I'm seeing that like that could be the reason for this tough time, this little bit of wrestling that you're doing. Because that's a house of endings. It's a house of resolutions, a house of dealing with your fears and dealing with your unconscious, the parts of yourself that you want to hide. So some of you are going to be facing up to that, and some of you are going to do it very bravely. So do what you do best, Aries, and be very honest with yourself. Some of you are making big decisions this month, this judgment card that says, hey, come back to life, see things as they really are, wake up. Some of you are making this judgment, and for others of you, this judgment is coming into your life because, again, Aries, I want to be as specific as possible, but these are general readings, so Spirit gives me a lot of messages. If you feel this resonating and you want to know more, you can book a one-on-one with me. I would love to work with you, and my shop is linked below. Okay, so for some of you, this is a relationship. Like, this could be a come to Jesus talk, like, hey, it needs to be like this or it's just not going to work. Or, hey, I love you, let's get married. Or, hey, I don't love you, let's get divorced. Just to be blunt, Aries, because I know you can take it. So these are the kind of decrees being issued in March. So that's relationships, because again, these are general. For some of you, this is like, I hate this job, I quit. I hate this city, I'm moving. And this is a big one. This is a big decision. This isn't like, you know what? I'm going to switch from coffee to tea. Like, this is big, okay, Aries? So be aware of what energy is flowing into your life and saying, hey, all signs point to left, right, you know, up, down. All signs point to this. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's change this. Okay, and some of you have a good friend. And I feel like for some of you, this could be a family member and like a younger sibling is what I'm feeling, because pages, you know, they tend to be youthful. So even if they're not chronologically younger, this is someone like exuberant and sweet and optimistic and kind of even like Pollyanna-ish, like so optimistic and sweet that you're like, really, are you for real? But this person is a really good influence in your life. This person has your best interest at heart, and they're helping you open up your heart a little bit. And especially when you're going through such big decisions and such shifts in your perspective and really trying to get more enjoyment out of your life, they're going to be a really nice antidote to this feeling or this fear of things not being good for you or things not working out or you not getting what you want. They're going to be a beautiful antidote. And Spirit's pointing out to me that this Page of Cups, which of course rules water, she's going to thaw this out, this snow. And as I was looking here, I noticed, maybe for the first time, maybe you noticed or maybe you didn't, there's a rose, a blooming rose here despite everything in the snow. So Aries, have hope and know that the flower that blooms in adversity is the most beautiful blossom of all. Okay, so take these challenges as a nod from the universe that you can handle it and know that you're ready for a level up, okay? Don't hold on to limiting beliefs. Don't hold on to limiting situations. Be willing to make the change. It's going to be good for you, okay? So now, let's look at your second spread. Your fiercely focused spread. Okay. That was fun, Aries. I like this month for you. It's transitional, but I feel like it's empowering. Okay, so let's see what your theme is in March. What does Aries need to focus on? Justice. This is like a cousin to judgment. Justice, you want to make the right decision. You want to do the karmically right thing because justice always brings karma, good or bad. So be aware of the decisions you're making and whether they're fair, Aries. Be fair to yourself. Be fair to other people. And again, I'm feeling with some of you, this is legal. Like, this is the law. This is, again, like marriage, divorce, annulment, separation. I mean, this is putting it into code and talking about putting it into code, okay? And for others of you, like I said, that's relationships. If this is a job, it's like signing bonus. It's like sign the contract and you're hired. Okay, and Spirit is saying, weigh your actions. This is something that you do sometimes, Aries, and God love you and I love you. You're very impetuous and impulsive, and that comes with your courage, but it also comes with being the, you know, the first sign, the baby of the zodiac. Like, you're the pioneer, but you can also leap before you look. So Spirit is saying, weigh your actions. Really consider what you do before you do it. Be careful. Do the thing where if you want to do something, sleep on it. Like, do not do it that day. Take 24 hours, and then if you still want to do it, that kind of thing. Okay. So now let's see what action steps you should take when it comes to the physical and financial realms of your life this month. Hey, hey. What a beautiful, beautiful card to see after that that Five of Pentacles, that fear, that scarcity. This is security. The Ten of Pentacles is having more than enough. It's having enough to share, and it's also being supported. So what they're saying now is that though some of you may be going through that hard time, you're going to have family, and you're going to have, and that could be your soul family as well as biological family. Some of us are closer with a tribe than like a blood family. But either way, you have a community, a family type tribe that supports you and loves you and is going to give you the financial and the like the nurturing support that you need, both, okay? And what Spirit is saying about this though is for some of you, there can be a sense of boredom that comes with this, like that for those of you that need to make that judgment, it's like, yeah, this is not working for me. This is too structured. Like, this is too steady. I'm not ready for this level of settling down. So some of you want to break away from that rather than embrace it. And there is no wrong or right answer there, Aries. It's just what resonates with you. Okay. Now let us see what you will be thinking and speaking about. What's going on with you mentally in March 2017. Same card, different deck, that Knight of Swords. Like I said, be honest with yourself, and it's also the potential for an awkward message. So again, I'm feeling that is like, whether you're giving it or receiving it, that's the ultimatum or the yes, the no, the sudden discussion of like, hey, I want to do this, get married, get divorced, leave, move, quit. Like, the Knight of Swords wants to pick up and go, 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 and he doesn't care who his words kind of upset because he's focused on his mission. So many of you will be like, hey, this is what I want, and this is what I have to say and do to go get it. Be damned the consequences. That's very you, Aries. Okay, so based on all this action going on with you in March, let's see what's going on emotionally for you. Okay, a little bit of grieving, a little bit of crying over spilled milk. That's perfectly natural, Aries, especially if there is something going on for some of you that is like a divorce or a separation or a quitting of a job, even though you know it's the right thing. It's natural to mourn something that was such a structure and so at one time important and nourishing in your life, and even though that's changed, it doesn't take away from what it meant to you, and it's okay, and give yourself permission to be a little sad about it and to watch your cups kind of turn over and the liquid sink irrevocably into the earth. It's like, yes, this is gone, and let's not mince words. It is sad. But notice that behind this man in the mourning cloak are 2 cups that are still upright, still full, and he's looking down so he hasn't noticed, but there's a stream, a beautiful wild stream right in front of him that he could pick up those cups, refill them, and have new waters. So it's okay to feel like this for a while, but also please remember that there are beautiful, alive things in your life that will benefit from your attention, and you will benefit from theirs. So don't lose sight of that, okay, Aries, while you're looking at something that may not have worked out. Again, it's like they were saying, where your focus goes, grows. So this is warning you again, don't focus on the lack. Turn your head, pick it up, and look at what's possible. Okay. And finally, Aries, let's see what's setting you on fire and giving you energy in March. Oh, you're a strong fellow, Aries. You really are. The 9 of Wands is, you're feeling tired, you're feeling battered, you're doing a lot, you've taken on a lot, but every battle that you've taken on, you have won, and you're still standing. And this man has taken the weapons from every fight and planted them behind him like trophies and like a reminder of, this is what I've done, this is what I've accomplished, I've been through all of this, and I'm still here. So yeah, I'm bandaged, yeah, I'm tired, yeah, maybe I am leaning on my stick a little bit here, but I kick ass, and I will continue to kick ass. And this is your confirmation, your validation, Aries, that you're closer to your goal than you think you are. That's the other message of the 9 of Wands. It's like, yes, you're in the midst of all this tumultuous action and a little bit of strife and struggle, but hey, the shore is closer than you think. Imagine that you're in a ship that's being tossed by a storm, and you suddenly look up and see that there are 9 torches lining the shore, saying, hey, if you can see us, then you can get here. If you can batten down the hatches, if you can hold on and make it through the storm, you're gonna make it home, and there will be a hero's welcome for you, Aries. I really appreciate you joining me. I hope this is helpful, and I would love to hear what you think. If you want to share any questions you have, whether it's in the comments below, or you can find me on social media. I linked all that below too. I really love doing these readings for you, Aries. I really appreciate the likes, the comments, and shares, and I hope to see you in April. I hope you have a great month, Aries. Bye-bye.